question reads, many times in my interacting with others and in counseling others, I hear the phrase, I just need closure from this situation, circumstance, before I can move on. Is closure a biblical concept, or is it a phrase associated with secular psychology and its goals? How should the counselor help the one being counseled find a biblical closure or understand that issue of closure? Let me answer this by talking about where I would see both the potential problem and the potential strength of the idea that would become a closure on some difficult life circumstance. The positive part of that intent is this, and to put the best read possible on why someone would say that. We are not meant to live continually haunted by repetitive intrusions of something bad that's happened. So I take it, the best meaning I could put on that comment is someone's really saying, how can I get delivered from this? It just hits me over and over and over and over and over again. Can't I get past it in some way where it does not haunt me? Kind of like a ghost in the room of my heart, continually popping out from around a corner and whacking me with a 2x4, yet saying boo and got you again. The downside of pursuing closure, and this is something worth exploring in our own hearts and with the people we minister to, is the goal really that I would simply forget it and that I would move on, and that an event that was painful, difficult, even traumatic, that it's just water over the bridge, under the bridge over the dam, and we just move on and we forget about it. And there I'd want to say, God's purposes with us don't involve that kind of just moving on, if that's what we mean by closure. I would view it that even the most traumatic experience in some manner needs to be somehow, it is redeemed from its haunting quality by being integrated into the living story of my life as a human being, my life with God. So your greatest sins and your greatest sorrows, the things that can nag you and haunt you, as you grow in understanding God's mercies to you, it is as though the glow of mercy takes away the haunt factor, takes away the sting factor. It's not as though you forget it, but that your greatest sins can become the ground of your fundamental gratitude for God's mercy, your alertness to be aware of not going back into that, and your ability to sympathetically appreciate other people's struggles and to take seriously the call to actually help someone learn to deal with their sins. Our greatest sorrows can become occasions of purifying our faith, of teaching us to set our hopes where hope really belongs. And our greatest sorrows then also can become a cause for our gratitude to God and our hope to be set in the grace of God in Christ. But our greatest sorrows are also, they're never meant to just disappear, because these are the points of contact with other people's sorrows. So when Paul writes at the beginning of 2 Corinthians 1 that it is with the comfort that we have been comforted in our afflictions that we become able to comfort others in any affliction, there's obviously intended that there be some redemption of what you have suffered that actually now becomes useful in your ability to sympathetically, wisely encourage and aid another person. So closure, it's got some good points in it. Closure, it's got some bad points in it. Net effect is that I do think that there really would be and is a biblical way to talk about closure, such that helps people to get the right idea, not the wrong idea.